doing on the video, but I'll try to talk it through. Let me get some stuff out here. We're going to use the chess pieces to represent white or positive and negative numbers. Okay? And I'm just going to get the pawns. I use the whites as positive, black as negative as on the battery terminal. Black is negative on batteries and wiring and things of that sort. That probably is enough for that one.
Get the horsey.
Yeah, get the horsey.
They are called knights. You who lack chess knowledge.
I want the
What are the
bishop.
ones with the
Give me the
cross on
bishop.
the
I want
top?
cat's bells.
That's good.
What are the ones with the crosses on the top?
Bishop maybe, because bishop church. And they
We don't have church. It's not
Mr. Becker, would you turn around? Miss Emily, would you try to relax?
You straighten them pretty quick.
Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to use these chess pieces to demonstrate this process, this expression that we have on the board. When we see a positive number, we're thinking white. When we see a negative, we're going to go black. And when we have those values, we're going to treat this as a battlefield of sorts. Now, keep your composure when I'm doing this. Don't freak out and act like a goofball. Just watch it. You can laugh if you want, if you think it's funny. If you don't, then that's fine too. So what we have here is -4. So we're going to start by taking 4 black pieces. Give me a planner. I'm serious about this. And that's on the video too that I can have your mom listen to as well when I make that phone call, right? No, you don't want that. -4 was what we started with. Now we're going to add 3, and it's a +3, so we're adding 3 white pieces. So they meet in the middle of this battlefield, and they go to battle, and it's a 1-to-1 kill ratio. So for everyone that matches up, that's it, they're dead. Okay? So what do we have left? Have a -1. So the value of -4 plus a +3 is -1. Now we have a plus -5. So black is reinforcing with their troops. How many do we have in the battlefield now?
-6.
We have a -6, or 6 black pieces is -6. And I'm going to have to do some miraculous stuff. A couple of these come back to life. Okay. The white is adding 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They march out. White has 7. Black has 6. And we have what left?
The one white one.
1 white, which is a +1. Okay. Yes?
Can I record this so I can study it at home with my iPhone?
No. I will not be put on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and everything else doing this.
Crazy teacher playing with chess. Use some of the bigger ones.
Okay. Alright, doing this one. Again, we'll use our chess pieces as our guide through this. We are working left to right as an order of operation because we have addition between each of these parts. So starting off, we have -4, which means we have 4 black pieces going to the battlefield. They are counterattacked again by 3 white pieces, so when they go to battle, they have 1 black piece survives. So -1. Then black sends 2 more out. That gives us a total of -3. Black doesn't think that that's enough, so they're going to send out 6 more. Now they have 9.
What's that last one? Positive or negative?
Plus a positive 5. There's not a sign. That's a good question. There's not a positive or a negative. So what is assumed?
Positive.
That it's positive. So that's a plus 5. That means we're going to have 5 white pieces come to battle. And then we have a little skirmish. And we have 4 black pieces that remain.
That means that they beat the
What
white
about the
team.
ones on the other side?
Let's-
Yeah, 3 left.
4
They were
against 3,
scared,
like
they
they
ran.
beat the white team.
Look at the pattern that's taking place here. At least in the first 2 steps. Not the first 2. In these 2 steps. What is the pattern here? They're both negatives and we're adding them, aren't we? What is happening if I take 2 black pieces and I add 3 black pieces?
Then the white piece is gonna have 1 more left.
Well, I'm just talking about the black pieces. If I have 2 black pieces in the battlefield and I add 3
Then
more,
we'll have
5
5.
back.
I have 5. Am I just simply adding the numbers? Here I had a -1 plus a -2. That gave me a -3. You just, when the signs are the same, just like if we were adding 5 plus 9. That's a 14, isn't it? But that's a positive 5 and a positive 9 is a positive 14. When you're adding 2 numbers whose signs are the same, you just add the 2 numbers and keep the sign. -1 plus -2, -3. Then we had -3 plus -6. So we add 3 and 6, gives you 9, but it's a negative because you're adding 2 negatives. Okay? That's the first rule that I want you to write down. And you will want these in your notes. This is my version. If you want to hear the official, to realize why I would have you write down my version, this is what the official rule says. The value of the sum of the 2 numbers of the same sign is the sum of the absolute values of the numbers. The sign of the sum is the same as the sign of the numbers. Blah, blah, blah,
Like a
blah.
tongue twister.
It's nasty worded, it's appropriate, and it's official, but this is it simply put. When adding 2 numbers whose signs are the same, add the 2 numbers and keep whatever sign it is. Real
They're
simple.
trying to make you mess up?
No, they're
It's
just
like a tongue twister.
doing the appropriate math lingo there.
Lingo, is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Is that like an old vocabulary word for words?
Now, go back. Look at this problem again. I'll put it back on here in just a second. What are the 2 signs of the numbers we added here together? Are they the same or are they different? They're different. When we had a difference of opinion, different sign, what happened? Right? Battle. So what's happening? We're subtracting, aren't we? When the signs are different, you subtract the 2 numbers. 4 minus 3 is 1, and keep the sign of the larger. Did that happen here? -9 plus 5. -9 black pieces going against 5 white pieces, left those 4 black pieces. Well, wouldn't it be easier just to take 9 minus 5 is 4? And then the black team won, so the sign carries down with them. Okay. So the rule for, we have our adding 2 numbers whose signs are the same. When adding two numbers whose signs are different, subtract the two numbers and keep the sign of the larger. So get those written down and then read it. Try to get it in your head a little bit. Class, when we add two numbers whose signs are the same, what do?
Just add them together, both of them.
Add them together and
Keep the sign.
keep the sign. If the signs are different,
You subtract them and keep the bigger number sign.
subtract them and keep the bigger number. They're very basic rules for adding and subtracting sign numbers. When adding two numbers whose signs are the same, add the two numbers, keep the sign. When you're subtracting two numbers, or adding two numbers whose signs are different, subtract two numbers, keep the larger sign. Okay. We don't have time for clickers, so just work these on your notes, please. And then I'll just have you raise your hand if you get the correct answer on these. All right. So A here. So work it across left to right. What's that? No, don't do the number line. We're just wanting to be able to use our rules we learned.
Oh, I got the answer.
When you're done, set your pencils down. I'll know you're done that way.
Oh, you said raise your hand.
Or raise your hand, be like.
I said to raise your hands. I'll have you raise your hands and tell me if you got the correct
Put
answer.
your hands where I can see.
This is easy.
You're going downtown, Buster.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
I'll have you raise your hands to tell me if you had the correct answer once we get it,
Oh, okay.
so I can see how we're doing.
It's gonna be a little.
Hey, Jonathan, what'd you get?
-10.
-10? What'd you get, Dakota?
-10.
-10. What'd you
I
get?
got 0.
0? Jake?
I got -10.
-10? Maybe we better work this out here a little bit.
Dang, you people good.
I think they're right.
I know I said
But
that
maybe.
good.
-4 plus -3. The signs are the same, so that's -7 plus 2. So the signs are the same, so we're going to subtract and keep the larger as -5 plus
See, that's where
-5.
we're wrong.
Signs are the same, so we're going to add, makes it -10. Raise your hand without any extra words of information. Raise your hand if you had -10. Okay, very good. Okay. Right there, do that one. You can just set your pencil down. I'll be able to see your finish when your pencil's down.
How many clicker problems are there?
Can't see behind my recorder. I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure there's at least another page that come from. Okay.
We got
Looks like we're pretty much done. Brittany, what do you get?
-8.
-8.
-8.
Raise your hand if you have -8. That is correct. Shay, is that what you had? Okay.
Good job, Shay.
So all of you have -8. Good. Let's see if there's another one. Yeah.
I would.
Okay. Try that one. Sage, what did you get?
-16.
How many of you had negative 16? Most of you did.
I got really quick.
Real quick, just working through it. 5 plus negative 8 is negative 5. Plus negative 9 is a negative 14. So a negative plus a positive we subtract now.
Yep.
Makes it negative 12.
Negative 16.
And then you have a negative 12 plus a negative 4 is a negative 16. One more. Some of you guys are seeing this very well.
It's easy stuff. Read for 2 minutes.
Okay, Jake, what did you get on that? Bennett, sorry.
0.
How many of you had 0? Everyone? Alright, very good. Okay, your assignment for tomorrow.
No, we should like.
We have to do problems 11 and 12 because of the heart since we're coming into Valentine's Day. So problem set 70, 11, and 12. And then we're going to jump over and go from
18, 30.
Jonathan,
That was Bennett's.
Jake Bennett. Shh. Sorry, Jonathan, it sounded like it was coming for you. I apologize. And then I do want to do '18 through 30.